breaking news just rocked the league. Jacy Sheldon dismissed for savage hit on Caitlin Clark. This is insane! The viral clip of Sheldon's knee colliding with Clark's groin has already scorched every feed, but what no one expected was the fallout that followed, an alleged front office order to pull Sheldon off the court indefinitely. If the whispers are true, this could mark the end of Jacy's WNBA run and the tipping point that forces the league to choose between protecting its stars and protecting its image. So how did a single play ignite petitions, crash ticket prices, and leave the commissioner speechless? Let's rewind to the moment the arena went silent and the internet exploded. It happened late in the fourth at TD Garden. Indiana Fever up 3, clock bleeding out. Caitlin Clark had just given fans vintage magic. 14 points, 8 boards, 7 dimes, and a swagger the sport hadn't felt in years. Then came the replay nobody can unsee. Clark plants on her right foot, slips a backdoor dime to Kelsey Mitchell, sprints the length of the floor, and crumples. From the baseline camera, Sheldon's leg is fully extended, knee at groin height, no angle to call it incidental. The ref, 3 feet away, never blows the whistle. Clark claws at her thigh, eyes wide, teammates screaming for a foul. Within minutes, the clip detonates on X and Threads. 12 million views in 24 hours, trending under hashtag Protect Clark and hashtag End of Jacy. Comments go from shock to fury to speculation. Did the league quietly suspend her? Is Sheldon facing a locker room mutiny? Why is the WNBA stone silent? By sunrise, multiple insider accounts claim Jacy has been dismissed from team activities, though Connecticut brass refuse to confirm or deny. It's just rumor, for now, but insiders say the timing isn't coincidence. In the last month alone, Clark has weathered an eye poke, a hip check, and a forearm to the back, all courtesy of the same defender. Add sponsor backlash and a looming all-star weekend, and the league suddenly has motive to make this story disappear. Caitlin Clark and Jacy Sheldon have history stretching back to their Big Ten days, jawing at midcourt, trading game winners, exchanging elbows in the paint. Their 2023 conference semifinal was so chippy, officials assessed 5 techs inside 8 minutes. Fast forward to the pros, and the tensions upgraded, not resolved. Early this season, Sheldon caught Clark with a glancing poke to the eye. No flagrant, no fine, just a slow-motion clip replayed on SportsCenter at breakfast. Nights later, analysts warned the league, unchecked physicality is going to sideline your marquee player. Yet, every Fever-Sun matchup pushed the line further. A hip toss here, a late chop there, until this groin shot made stretching the rules look like outright sabotage. To Clark's critics, it's just tough defense. To sponsors pouring millions into new broadcast deals, it's brand devaluation in one frame. And to the swelling crowd of angry fans, it's proof the WNBA will let its brightest light dim for the sake of parody. But the backlash brewing off the court would make even that collision feel small. By dawn, hashtag boycott all-star surges. Ticket exchange apps show all-star passes dumped at a 35% discount. Some sellers list for a single dollar just to make a point. A viral spreadsheet tracks in real time how many seats flip from sold-out green to available red. Under each row, comments rage, no Clark, no cash. Suspend Sheldon or refund us. The spark turns wildfire when a Clark jersey-wearing fan is escorted out of the arena for excessive clapping after confronting Sonia Rivers. Clips show no contact, no shouting, just vigorous applause. Yet security swarms like he'd rushed the court. Online, the comparison is brutal. Knee a superstar and stay in the game, clap too hard and you're ejected. The optics couldn't be worse. Petitions ignite. OneChange.org page demanding Sheldon's suspension and an overhaul of flagrant foul rules hits 100K signatures by lunch, tagging NBA Commissioner Adam Silver in every update. A second petition, even spicier, calls for Kathy Engelbert's removal if she fails to safeguard marquee talent. Protect Clark or we cancel you, reads one trending reply. the league's digital PR team suddenly faces a 5-alarm crisis. Meanwhile, phone calls inside league headquarters grow tense. Official statements? Zero. No flagrant, no retroactive fine. Not even the boilerplate under-review fans have come to expect after a hard screen. The silence lands like a slap. On ESPN's Around the Horn, panelists hammer the commissioner's office for ignoring the biggest story in sports. Color commentators tiptoe no longer. Rebecca Lobo calls it borderline gross negligence on national TV. Head coaches pile on. Becky Hammon says physicality is morphing into something else, and that something is dangerous. Fever coach Stephanie White admits Clark's injury woes are, as kept, a direct factor of uncalled contact, an extraordinary on-record critique aimed at the folks who control her whistle budget. Behind closed doors, a rumor swirls. Ownership groups, particularly those with lucrative regional TV deals, have emailed Engelbert demanding action. One exec allegedly warns, fix the refs or watch the ratings crater. Again, unverified. But when multiple outlets repeat the same hushed grievance, smoke often signals fire. Just when supporters think league brass couldn't dig deeper, another shoe drops. Reuters drops a Friday bombshell. Clark has aggravated her groin strain and will miss the All-Star game and the three-point contest. She'll undergo another MRI. Timetable week to week. Social feeds melt in seconds. Casual viewers who plan to tune in for Clark's half-court logo shots now wonder if they'll bother. Sponsors scramble. Her solo commercials accounted for 40% of the event's pre-roll ad inventory. Inside the Fever camp, whispers grow darker. Team sources hint at a partial adductor tear, maybe worse than the earlier tweak that sidelined Clark for 4 games in June. The phrase, long-term shutdown, lurks in back channels. Doctors project 3 to 5 weeks if rehab goes perfectly, an eternity in a 40-game season with playoff seeds hinging on every bounce. Lexi Hull is named her all-star replacement within minutes, but the headlines don't highlight Hull, they blast. Clark out, league loses prime attraction. Networks had built entire segments around a Clark versus Reese rookie showcase. Now they're rewriting rundowns, scrambling for a fresh hook, and with every new report, the dollar signs start multiplying, only in the wrong direction. ESPN slides its overnight numbers to media analysts. Fever games average 2 million viewers, triple the league norm. Whenever Clark suits up, ABC's Sunday slot featuring Clark's season debut outrated 2 MLB games combined. Inside merchandising, Clark's replica jersey outsells the next 4 WNBA players, accounting for 60% of total league merch. That's not hype, that's a business foundation. Sports economics firm Pinnacle Analytics estimates every Clark absence bleeds roughly $600K in national ad value, plus unquantified momentum in social reach. One exec frames it bluntly: take Steph Curry out of the Warriors for a month, same idea, smaller budget. The league has never been more popular, but it's also never been this dependent on a single rookie. If that rookie can't walk, everybody's projections shatter like a backboard. Meanwhile, sponsors text agency reps, asking for make goods on campaigns built around Clark's smile, Clark's signature shoe launch, Clark's 30-foot daggers. The longer she sits, the louder those calls get. Which begs the obvious question, why is it still open season on the player who pays half the bills? Behind the curtain, the debate is brutal. Some veterans argue stricter flagrant codes would soften the league's edge. Others say, parity only matters if fans believe stars last a full season. A leaked memo reveals an emergency rules committee call set for July 22nd, agenda item number 1. Review of illegal contact in head and groin regions. The players' union flips instantly, requesting representation on the call. Media insiders claim at least 3 owners want the NBA's competition committee to audit WNBA officiating standards, a move that would be unprecedented, borderline humiliating, and potentially game-changing. No one admits it publicly, but everyone knows a precedent. In 2014, Adam Silver seized control of a franchise under crisis. Could he flex again? Sources say League HQ braces for that exact possibility, especially after Silver's name trends nationwide alongside Clark's. For now, referees call games as usual, physical, unpredictable, sometimes downright reckless. While everyone waits for July 22nd, players huddle in private group chats. Video editors bookmark every missed elbow, every phantom no call, building dossiers they'll unleash if the committee stalls. But the most explosive whispers come from higher up the ladder. Petitions tagging the NBA commissioner leap past 125,000 signatures, demanding he intervene before the WNBA sacrifices its future. Hashtags evolve into open letters posted by sports attorneys, branding consultants, even former players. Their ask: either Commissioner Engelbert enforces star protection standards, or the NBA exerts its governing stake and does it for her. Silver's camp offers only, we continue to support WNBA leadership, yet insiders point out he's monitoring the situation hour by hour, given cross-promotional TV contracts and shared investment portfolios. A league source phrases it delicately: no one wants to embarrass Kathy, but sponsors won't wait forever. If Sheldon's rumored dismissal holds, it will be the first time since the WNBA's inception that a player's contract is quietly frozen mid-season over a single in-game action. Whether it's discipline or damage control, the effect is seismic. Sheldon's roster spot in flux, Clark in rehab, fans in revolt, and the league's credibility teetering on the rim. One knee to the groin has become a gut check for an entire organization. The silence from officials rang louder than a sold-out arena. The backlash from fans felt like an earthquake under league headquarters. Now, the WNBA faces its moment of truth. Either protect the star who doubled its ratings, or watch that hard-earned spotlight fade. Will July 22nd usher in firmer rules, clearer suspensions, and a public apology? Or will sponsors and viewers decide their support is better spent elsewhere? And above all, can Caitlin Clark return in time to salvage the dream season she started? We'll be tracking the MRI results, the Rules Committee verdict, and every rumor in between. Hit that subscribe button and sound off below. Should Sheldon be suspended, dismissed, or forgiven? Should Adam Silver step in? And what does this mean for the future of women's basketball? Because if the league can't protect its brightest star, the real question isn't just who wins the next game, it's who's still watching when the buzzer sounds.